Hey, g'day and welcome to game one between OG and Thunder Predator. We are at ESL Stockholm 2022, and this is a lower bracket elimination series. Whoever loses this best of three will be eliminated from the tournament, and the winner will be moving on to the next stage in the lower bracket. So OG and Thunder Predator coming into this match, both 7 and 5 in the group stage. Both have had reasonable success or strong success in their divisions. OG going 6 and 1, Thunder Predator going 7 and 0. So teams who are coordinating well and have proven themselves against the best that their divisions had to offer. First ban coming out from OG today is the Tiny. Tiny, incredibly strong meta pick right now. And the meta is into strength heroes. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Timbersaw ban. Timbersaw's been one of the main bans for a long period of time. I'm just seeing that the timer is not ticking down, so I'm thinking that they are actually paused right now. Appears there is a pause. Odd to have a pause at the beginning of a draft. Maybe someone had a bathroom emergency. But we'll just use this time to talk through the players. So Misha has been subbed out for Seb. Misha not being able to get to the tournament. So Seb is filling in, and Notail is filling in as coach for OG. Along with then Amar, BZM, Yuragi, and Tiger. Thunder Predator, Matthew, Sacred, Dark Mago, Pandamu, and I want to try and get this right tonight. I don't want to offend people. I'm pretty sure it's Pekaz. Pekaz is how you would pronounce that. The POS 1 of Thunder Predator. Actually, I keep saying that myself in my head. Pekaz. So Tiny. First bans so far in this tournament have been IOs, Storm Spirits, Timbersaws. There's been a lot of Storm Spirit, Timbersaw, and IO Tiny sort of first phase bans. Second phase ban has been more dominated by the Bloodseeker Pangolier matchup. Of course, Pangolier, if any team wants to pick Pangolier, then you have to be sure that either you are picking Bloodseeker and can do that, so in a consecutive picks, or that it is banned out. But as soon as someone sees a Bloodseeker banned out, then the Pangolier is immediately banned as well. So that those, because you just cannot play Pangolier into Bloodseeker. The Rupture comes out on the Rolling Thunder and you just kill yourself in about 3 seconds. So that is sort of been the second phase ban matchup. I mean, we've just been looking at strong strength heroes. Strength heroes in the main. There's been some matchups where 7 or 8 of the heroes in the match have been strength. And this is because we're really seeing teams favoring the ability to stay alive through an initial burst and just to push the other team's damage potential. I mean, if you can't kill an opponent, then you're going to really struggle to win the game. I'm just going to reconnect in case there was some sort of issue that we had, but I think there may be, yeah, I'm not looking. Right. They are, I'd say they are just paused for the time being, but it looks like the pause won't last forever. And I didn't see the heroes, but I did see there were some picks there. Now, the other thing that needs to be considered, particularly with OG, is the Windrunner. So Windrunner has not been a high priority for really any other team. But for OG, they've been picking up this Windrunner for Seb. And it's quite a greedy support pick. If you're seeing Windrunner in other teams, it's normally more for the mid position. And in a situation where you can play fast, use that Windrun to rotate around the map quickly and make rotations with the Shackle and with the maxed out Power Shot. Power Shot is a lot of damage at level 4. So that's how we normally see the Windrunner played. But in a support position, the issue with Windrunner in a support position is that it's actually it's an unreliable stun. Yeah, it's going to stun for 0.75 seconds on the Shackle Shot if you don't connect it with a tree or another hero. But it's a that is Windrunner stun. And if that's all you bring to the fight, is 0.75, effectively a mini stun, the opposition, that's not enough time to lock someone down into applied damage to stop a BKB from being cast. You're just not going to get the follow-up damage in that situation. So you have to hit the shackle. And so what OG have been doing is they've been prioritizing a bit of farm for Seb on the Windrunner so that he can get a Blink Dagger up and enable him to get those angles that a Windrunner really does need. If you have to run into position to get the shackle angle, there's a good chance someone's going to kill you in the process. So blinking in to get that shackle angle, and he's been doing it with astounding success. He's basically won fights and won matches just from one shackle. And that's the thing about a Windrunner. You can win a game from one shackle. You can also lose a game if that one shackle doesn't hit. So it's a really high risk, high reward player, hero. And I mean, we're talking about Seb here. So he's all about high risk and high reward. We're talking about OG, who are all about high risk, high reward. Even though it's no longer the OG of the 2 TI wins, it is an OG that seems to be carrying on some of that legacy in the way that they play, in the way that they conduct themselves, and in the way that they move around the map and go about their business. And it looks like the game is still paused. So we are still waiting. There's not a lot more for me to talk about in the meantime. We will just have to wait a moment for it to get back underway. I mean, if I was over in Stockholm with the official cast team, it would be at this point that they throw back to the panel, and then the panel throws to an ad break. Holy guacamole! So, you know, let's just throw to the panel. Ready? We're gonna throw to the panel. Okay. So, in fact, we'd still be on the panel, wouldn't we? Because we're in the draft. But let's throw to the panel. Oh, here's the panel. Now, the panel has had issues because they haven't got the game up. That's a bit silly for the panel, isn't it? Panel, did you get? Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you, panel. Thank you, technical department, for getting our game. Oh, we're in. We're going back to the live cast. Just me just screwing around. Okay. So, Enigma, first ban coming out from the side of Thunder Predator. That is a targeted ban against OG. So, OG has not, other teams have not been picking up Enigma, but OG, that's been one of their go-to picks, and in fact, a draft that just seems to be repeating on itself over and over again, and it's been winning. The Thunder Predator have said, hang on a second, even though other teams don't seem to think it's a good pick for you, you seem to be doing well with it. You seem to still be winning with that Enigma that had been picked in the first phase. So they will take away the Enigma, and they will take away the Timbersaw. I did talk about Timbersaw being a meta ban right now. If you want to pick yourself Strength Heroes, you want to get rid of that Timbersaw, and Strength Heroes is everyone. Everyone wants to pick Strength Heroes. On side of OG, they get rid of the Viper and the Tiny. So Viper, one of those heroes that can really hard counter particular heroes. The Nether Toxin with the break, you know, you think immediately about heroes like Bristleback, heroes like Spectre, that just become paper. Absolute paper if that break is on top of them. Bristleback is the one that really does come to mind, that you feel really strong, really tanky, and then you get stunned under a Nether Toxin, and all of a sudden none of that matters and you just die. So maybe OG are thinking about potentially heroes to pick that may have that strong passive element. I mean, they have picked the Chaos Knight, which has been run as POS 1, or it has been run as a POS 3. Either way, it is particularly strong. The illusion farming that you're doing is POS 1, particularly just off off cooldown illusion farming around the map. Really does enable CK to continue the farm and keep up the farm with an opposition hero. So Mars and Pugna are coming out as picks on Thunder Predator. Pugna, that level 1 Netherwood, has been just, how do I say it, obnoxious, annoying, and abhorrent to anyone that is laning against. So Pugna is just a really good pick right now. And the other reason we've been seeing Pugna picked is just, and my term for it is the reverse suck. The reverse suck from Pugna, where he stands well behind his core and he just puts it into him. Just goes for the full reverse suck and keeps their core alive in the front and keeps them healthy. And even just to restore their mana. Just giving them the suck while they're farming. A hero like a Leshrac, who's really farm dependent, or a Storm Spirit. Just give them that suck and they can continue on farming and keep scaling well into the game. Mars, strong teamfight ulti. The build we've been seeing late game for Mars is the refresher. So you have 2 of those arenas, which is really what you want. If you have 2 arenas, you just lock down the fight for so long that nothing can move through without a BKB. And BKB's late game are probably going to be down to that 6-second mark. So double arena late game is really something to be feared. Razor in return. So this Razor pick does potentially indicate that the CK might not be the POS 1. Razor can be run in the POS 1 position or even mid. I would be hesitant to say that Razor is going to be run in the off lane position, but I wouldn't rule anything out with OG. Because if this Razor is the mid, then they've picked their 1 and their 2 straight off the bat. Which does leave them fairly open for counter picks as the draft continues. Second round of bans, Morphling, Storm, and Terrorblade. Storm has been one of those first phase bans that didn't get picked in the first phase, so OG taking no chances with that and removing it. It's just too maneuverable, too much damage, and can just jump on your backlines and stop your supports from having any impact if they haven't had a decent game and have something like Glimmer or Force, even a Force. Glimmer, Yules to help them survive a little bit longer. Terrorblade being removed. That's a very strong late game farming hero, but also can hit towers early with the meta. So OG not wanting to be facing a strong POS 1 joining the fights and joining the tower push early on. They would rather be able to be facing up against a team of 4 while 1 is farming on the side of Thunder Predator. Next bans from Thunder Predator, the Pangolier, the Io, and the Grimstroke. Grimstroke being picked a lot in combination with Doom, just getting that double Doom out. Grimstroke is just quite a strong hero as is, because with all these strength picks that have been coming out, the Inkswell becomes so much more value because all your cores are most likely to be strength. Melee strength heroes are going to be getting up and in the fight, and so that Inkswell is going to be even more effective. Tusk come out, but I want to talk about the Wind Ranger. I did flag the Wind Ranger in the pause that we had, that OG have been absolutely prioritizing this Wind Ranger, and in this position, in the 3rd pick. So this will be almost certainly a support Wind Ranger played by Seb, who on the side of their team, their OG is DTF. That is Seb playing there. So almost certainly that will be a Seb Wind Ranger. And he'll play it fairly greedily so that he can get that Link Dagger up and running to enable those shackles. Because if you're a support Wind Ranger that is not contributing with lockdown, then you really are not doing anything in the game. The power shot mid game is not going to do enough damage to kill heroes, and you're not going to be getting up in their face with the focus fire because you're not going to have a BKB or enough damage to really make that happen quickly. So it's all about the shackle if you are picking a support Wind Ranger. Tusk in shards, very good for controlling the fight, as well as the punch, which can go through a BKB, something to always consider. The punch and the kick that can go through BKBs, kick of course from the Aghanim Scepter. So Tusk is one of those heroes that can cancel BKB TPs, but early on with the laning phase, you have the tag team, and with these strong stuns that is on the side like Mars, you can Mars, Spear, tag team up, and you have a lot of damage, particularly if you have level 2 with the Shield Rebuke coming out, God's Rebuke coming out with that tag team active. Look at these tanky, what did I say? Strength strength, strength. So we have a strength support Snapfire. Ooh. Maybe not support. Don't hold me to that at the moment. But it could be a support Snapfire, and Phoenix most likely a support over on the side of OG. So more strength supports, heroes that don't die easily, heroes that can go with less regen in lane, which is really the other thing we've seen in this tournament in terms of the meta, that heroes are going to lane, cores are going to lane with 0 regen. They're going like Brazier, double Iron, or Brazier Iron Branch. Brazier Iron Branch, and that's how they're going to lane, and just queuing up one set of tangos to be sent out. So that helps if you're a strength hero, that you don't need as much regen, because innately you get slightly more base regen from your strength, but also that you have a higher HP pool, so you're easy, or not as hard to bring it down with a combination of spells. Now, our last bans we're looking for here, OG. Depends if this CK is a POS 1. It could end up being the POS 3. So they're still looking for their POS 1. And I think... No, I think they are looking for their POS 3. I think Amar normally picks himself last. So I'm going to believe that this is the POS 1, the mid, the 4 and the 5. And they're looking for their offlaner. Let's just see. Thunder Predator are banning the Puck. They're tending to think that OG is still looking for a mid. AM is banned out. They are choosing to believe that none of these heroes are the safe laner, and I would tend to agree with that. That they are looking for their POS 1 for Kars hero on Thunder Predator. Offlane, this is going to be the mid, either Snapfire or Pugna mid. I'd probably wager towards the Pugna at this point. And this is quite a strong 4. If you look at this as a roaming 4, this is why they've got rid of Anti-Mage, because this 4 can win fights by themselves. They don't need a position 1 to come and join fights. So, banning out the Anti-Mage, banning out the Terrorblade, heroes that just want to completely AFK in the game for a while and farm. TA is just too strong. So, they just don't want to risk that one getting through. Ember Spirit being taken out as well. So, yeah, they're really thinking that it's the BZM hero that hasn't been picked here on the side of OG. I'm still thinking that they're thinking this is offlane. This is safe lane, this is offlane. Well, this is... Let's see. And they were right. They had the read correct. So well done to Thunder Predator for having the correct read on the bans. But OG went for that other hero that's probably in this category. If you think about really elusive mid heroes, you're thinking about the spirits, so Ember, Void, and Storm. And you're thinking about the Puck and the Quap. And so OG went for probably two of those 5 were still available and went for the Void Spirit. This is where OG completely bamboozled me, and BZM goes mid and plays the Razor, and it's an offlane Void or something is of the like, but I doubt that. Thinking about how do they have ways to protect the egg? At the moment, they have the Astral Spirit as well as the Stun from CK. I guess the Shackle as well, but there's no huge team fight ability that's going to protect the egg. So I think that this Phoenix is going to die fairly frequently in the Supernova. There is a Snapfire here as well. So I'm going to say Scatterblast. It's not Scatterblast. The machine gun. Little Shredder. That's it. Little Shredder. The little Shredder can target the Phoenix. So this is why that Snapfire was immediately picked up straight after the Phoenix, because it is such a good counter for the egg. Apart from the Snapfire, there's not particularly good egg hitters. I mean, Pugna's not bad. But these two aren't good egg hitters. So it's just a Snapfire, which makes me think that this could be a cool Snapfire. If you want to get that Snapfire nice and strong and make him quite an impact in the fight, give him a BKB so he can actually sit there and use the little Shredder on the egg. Maybe it might be the mid Snapfire and be a support Pugna.
Faceless Void.
Void Spirit. Void Spirit and Faceless Void is the last 2 picks. BZM will take the Void Spirit. Yep, 7 on the Wind Ranger. Amar is taking that Razor to the offlane. And Yuragi will have the CK. Pandamu will be taking the 5 Pugna. So it is not not a mid Snapfire, it's an offlane Snapfire. It's actually a mid Mars. Okay. The Dark Mega will be taking the Mars mid. Saker will be taking the Snapfire to the offlane, and Picars will have the Faceless Void in the safe lane. Unless they switch roles, but as far as I can tell, that will be the lane setup. But it is a core Snapfire. And I think that call was probably made after they saw the Phoenix pick. In terms of chrono damage, obviously you have the Void, but Snapfire coming in with chrono damage is good. Ugna, they don't have particularly good chrono damage. There's no Skywrath Mage, there's no Jakiro, you know, someone who can just really deal a lot of damage. I mean, you have Pugna. Pugna's good. It has the Nether Blast and of course the Suck. But it's not a core Pugna, so he's not going to have that Nether Blast maxed out. He's not going to have the Suck at the level 2 and 3 early. So it's really just the kisses coming out from the Snapfire that will provide damage in the Chronosphere. Look at this Seb Windranger. He's loving the Seb Windranger. Weebs unite, right? Weebs unite for the Seb Windranger. Okay, both teams heading out with their smokes. Already a few tips coming out. maybe Thunder Predator getting a little bit excited, but they realize you are fighting against OG. You don't want to anger the bear, right? You're angering the bear. Don't start a tip war that you can't end. So Obs and Sentry on the side of Seb. Oh, both smokes will pop. Everyone's here. It's a party in the mid lane. Sounds like a 2000s pop song. Party in the mid lane. Dark Mago does have an Obs as well. There has been one Obs planted top. Did that actually spot this one being planted out? Maybe. I think both of these Obs will probably be safe. There is still 2 to be planted. Dark Mago is still holding on to one, and I'm just seeing where the other one is. Tiger has a sentry. Seb has got the other one, and he's heading up. Just wants to see what's going to happen here. Scouting out a little bit. For Misha. Seb hashtag for Misha. Okay, that's funny. For Misha plus Chew. Because Chew's their coach is not here. Okay, so a little bit of damage out on Picars. And look at this meta that I was talking about. No regen on this Void. Just the one set of Tangos for mid. That's fairly normal. Actually, one set of Tangos here as well, but no regen on the Tusk. No regen on the CK. I mean, we can probably just have a look, right? I mean, you can see there is quite limited regen on the heroes. So, top lane for OG will be Seb in this 4 Windranger paired up with Amar playing the 3 Razor. They'll be facing up against Void played by Picars and Pandamu over on this Ugna. In the mid lane, Dark Mago will be taking his Mars up against Nisha, who actually does get the ward there, so quite good for him. Mid lane, and bottom will be seeing Yuragi and Tiger for the side of OG up against Matthew and Sacred playing the Snapfire. Stun coming out, 2 seconds, with damage. Fire Spirits will go out, and this is where that lack of regen starts to hurt a little bit. In this top lane, the Void Spirit does have the quote-unquote counter to the static link, so the link comes out. The link comes out and you jump away. And that's it. That's how it's done. Link comes out and you jump away. And Razor loses all effectiveness from that ability. So if anything, you're probably trying to get the link off on the Pugna. If we pull up our last hits and denies, we can see mid lane is fairly going even, 6 and 5 at this point. Let's just see how that develops. BZM definitely knowing how to push the Void Spirit to the maximum. Bottom lane, Yagi and Tiger are fairly trading even farm at this point as well, 4 and 4. I mean, at this point, there's no real clear winners in the laning phase. No first blood yet either. Now, I always catch myself out here because I'd be thinking about which lane is more likely to get first blood. I'd say it's bottom here. It does have... Oh! Tiger. Icarus dive. does cancel it, salving back up, so he can contest this pull, but he does have the Fire Spirit, so he is safe. Fire Spirits is almost an escape spell, because you get that Fire Spirits off on someone, and they just simply can't attack you. It's an attack speed slot. Oh, top lane. Bash. Out comes the lightning. Panda move will get the first blood. Seb will follow off, but I mean, that's a trade that Thunder Predator will take. That's a kill on the off lane for just trading their pos 5. I mean, if I'm in that pos 5 position, I'd be taking that every day of the week. Just being annoying with the spirits. Matthew taking a little bit of dot damage. A little bit of dot coming out. Mid lane still. BZM doesn't catch Dark Mega. Trying to pull him under the tower there. You can see the tower range. We've got maybe 1 or 2 hits off. But doesn't get that combo, and he is now out of mana. Does get the wand sent to him. Seb does have 1-1-1 build at the moment. And the wind run being used just to harass a little bit. The Cars is not having any of it though. So I've got a level 1 bash and I'm prepared to use it. It's going to be interesting to see who wins the chat line wars out of these two, because both of these teams are quite chat line focused, and will be getting ready to give the other team quite a piece of their mind if they make a mistake. You can't go past the laning capacity of a CK. You gotta love this Chaos Strike, how strong it is, the health, the lifesteal you get back from it, but also just the trade ability you have to trade with the opposition offlane. I mean, normally safe lanes are quite weak, and CK is one of those safe laners that he's a brawler. He's quite happy to fight in lane. He's going to hit you, and he's going to hit you hard. And normally heroes that are strong early aren't strong late. CK's the rare exception. He's strong early, he's strong late. The issue for him is getting the farm on the hero. If he can get the farm, then he does scale very, very well. Apart from that, those first couple of kills for that first blood and then the trade, we haven't really seen anything else. Taunt does come out from the other remnant, a couple of hits. BZM using that shield block, the block damage from the Resonant Pulse, just to trade a little bit with Dark Mago. But I mean, it is a Mars, so he's going to struggle to deal damage and deal enough damage. Yeah, just turn around and crit. Maybe he's thinking about it. You have the crit on command. I would have gone for it. I would have turned around and critted, but that's he did. He had it. I felt it. I felt the crit was there. But you know, I'm not Yuragi. Why I'm sitting at home, Pepe hands, and not playing Dota 2 professionally. Picars, let's have a look at the last hits now. CK and Picars, very similar. Mid lane, very similar as well. So really not much difference with anything in terms of last hits right now. There's no lead for either team. So both teams probably playing the lanes to the best of their ability. Not feeding any kills away, but not being overly aggressive either. Seb being scanned out in this mid lane. So Thunder Awaken knew that something was up, getting the pull off with the catapult. So this will actually create a double wave with the catapult, interestingly. So they might want to push with that, because this is now going to come under the tower. I think Amar will just clean up most of the creeps there, so it won't get anywhere near the tower at the end of the day. Seb is just mirroring Panda Moo's movements at the moment. Panda Moo getting the stack. A little stack as he's running around. Mars stun. Ward is down. Seb doesn't have Wind Run. We'll use the small shackle. No spells. Arena is up. He doesn't choose to use it. He does. Mars has the spear available and gets both with it. Actually, will he get BZM? Dark Mago. Just absolutely getting best value out of that. And now there's a catapult hitting mid. Going to clear the wave. They have a catapult. They need to kill themselves. If he needs to tank the tower. No, this catapult's going to get hit. Oh, they're going to glyph it. They really want to get value out of this, but Seb has TP'd mid, refilled the bottle, going in with the Astral Step and the Dissimulate with the other remnant. Stun doesn't latch, but the Power Shot does hit. Gaben, please. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we have Hill, and Yuragi decides the best course of action is just TP away. Just TP away. The Phoenix did get caught But he... At least the pos one of OG does make it away. But he TPs to the tower. He's not healthy. Is there some regen coming out here? Yes, there is. So he's got a salve. And he should be able to lifesteal back off the troops. And with the Astral, does get the pull with the other Remnant. Dissimulate still available. Stun does come out with the power shot. And that's the kill. Oh, no, it isn't. The snowball save. Is Seb going to commit for this? No, shards to trap. Seb's in trouble. Actually, Dark Mago's going to throw the spear, but it's not far enough. Seb, he doesn't have any spells to give. Matthew coming in with the snowball. Saving Dark Mago from that rotation. That was with a hit on the shackle shot as well. But even with that shackle shot lining up, it wasn't enough. No, it wasn't enough burst. Oh, and look at this. Panda Moo. Cheeky little Panda Moo. Just taking that Invis rune. And BZM's a sad boy. He did get the refill bottle from the fountain, but still, sad boy on side of BZM. Kisses bottom. Yuragi will go down in the arena.
You were placed on my
Kills everywhere. I don't have 4 eyes. Mid lane, we'd have a catapult alive. They are getting push hit. If they actually get damage on this mid tier 1, they'd probably take the death on Yuragi, but it looks like Thunder Predator have rotated fast enough to avoid any more damage. So they should be fine. Seb, with the level 2 power shot. You definitely still want a level power shot to max. You want to get that burst damage early. The one in shackle shot is still fine. If you hit it, it's 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds stun if you hit. It's still good. All this meanwhile though, Amar has been left reasonably untouched in the top lane. He's gone for the max plasma field build instead of the static link, obviously against Pakaz. Tiger does get caught. Is using the spirits, but Little Shredder is not going to be affected too much by the fire spirits. In fact, can Little Shredder be affected by it at all? Burst attack range, rapidly fire 6 fixed damage attacks. Does it say sets 1 base attack rate for duration? Not sure if that actually is affected by the fire spirits or not. I would say not, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Don't quote me on that one. So with the arena and with the chrono, they do have good setups for this 3 snap fire to use those Mortimer's Kisses. They're thinking about Pakaz. They have the damage, maybe. Stun will hit. They're going to get a link, but it's not going to be enough. He'll use the jump away, and he will be just fine. Wisely there, Pakaz didn't panic with the jump to get rid of the static link straight away. Walked calmly to the trees and jumped over. And in that way, there was no way they could chase him down. If he jumps immediately, Razor can chase and maybe dive under tower. Mid lane, Dark Mago does look like he's potentially going to die this time, but the TP's come in. His snowball save will come a second time. Tiger is caught, but they will end up getting the Mars. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in. Tiger will fall. BZM with the haste. Is he going to look for Matthew? Spells are coming off cooldown. He's got an Astral Step. Snowball is not available for 7 seconds. Astral Step through. Punch up in the air though. Haste is still running. Panda Moo will decrepify. Coming out with the Dissimulate. Does hit, but it's not enough damage. Off to the side. Yuragi's here with the Phantasm. And no one else will actually die in that engagement. BZM, refill his bottle, please. Please, yeah, fill his bottle. Will be fine. Give him a salve. Pakaz made his way mid there in case there was going to be a Chronosphere opportunity. He's level 8 actually. He's quite strong. But he'll just clean up some money. Oh, the stun does come out. Are they going to commit? There's the Supernova. Pakaz is ticking down. He's going to live. Oh, Pakaz, I think one more tick and he dies there. I think he had the wand maybe the whole time. He probably is fine there, but one more tick of Supernova damage and he would have died. Rolls coming out. He get baited a little bit, and the Matthew on the Tusk will go down. No Supernova now for 90 seconds. Not too bad of cooldown, 120. Seb just poking around. Didn't go for the focus fire. As I said, with this support ranger, it's not about the focus fire. It's all about that power shot and the shackle shot. Using those two in combination to try and get some early map control. He's got Tangos queued up. Not sure he's going to go for Tangos. BZM gets the arcane room, so he's going to be super happy with that. Probably want to make somewhat of a move. Do they have a smoke? They do have a smoke on them. With wards, yeah. Wards and smoke, although they missed Tiger in the smoke. So maybe they deliberately did that to show him on the lane. But they are going to make a movement to their strongest hero on the map right now, who is Amar, who's sitting at top. Let's just switch over to net worth. Yeah, we can see that Amar is highest net worth right now. Oh. Jackal will come out. And the jump. Gives him late too. Dark Mago. He'll just walk it off and he'll be fine. He's gonna farm. Will. Yes, Seb. Nice. And he gives him the high five as well. Seb just getting that last hit on the large creep. Quite happy with that one. Misha Supernova will be back up, yeah, very soon, 18 seconds. But in that time, Chrono's not available. Mars Arena is up with Kisses. So Mars Arena plus Kisses is a very strong combo. Can pretty much take down anyone at this point. Okay, Plasma Fields. Arming up. Yeah, BZM's not mucking around. He's not mucking around in any with that. He had a feeling Dark Mago was on the prowl, and he does have the Blink Dagger ready to start making these moves. Now, getting Blink Dagger first is really good if you can snowball with that item. Blink Dagger is not a farming item. It doesn't give any stats. No strength, no agility, no intelligence, no attack speed, no armor. It doesn't help you to fight in terms of the stats it gives you. It simply helps you to maneuver. So this thing does not help you farm faster. So you want to snowball off this. If the opposition doesn't go for a blink and goes for a stat item, then all of a sudden you are going to be missing out. Stun. Matthew is caught with the Ether Remnant. Power shot will come through, but here comes Dark Mago with the stun. Actually onto the shards, not onto the arena. Ooh, a little bit of miscommunication there from Matthew and Dark Mago. If that spear hits on the arena, your soldiers on the edge would be hitting. And I believe, yeah, look at his health. I believe BZM would have gone down in that situation. But because the shards came out in that split second, the spear actually connected on the shards and stopped it from connecting on the arena. A little bit of miscommunication, something that is going to happen in this game in terms of the shards. It is actually maxed out. Maxed out shards, interesting. Hopefully, Thunder Predator, that's the only one that's going to cost them, and it won't come in a more important situation. Seb looking for the Gale Force. Point Blade to cut Seb's tree. Yes. I didn't see that one. Sorry if I missed that one, Potato. I missed that in the middle of that fight there. But there is a smoke coming out. They want to get Picard's. Little stun coming through. Ether Remnant doesn't catch. And this is what I talked about in the draft in terms of the Wind Ranger. The mini stun just isn't reliable. If that's any other support though, really, you get the void kill. If it's Avenge, you hit them with the magic missile, they're dead. Hit them with CM, you hit them with a frostbite, they're dead. You know, Lion, you hit him with a stun, they're dead. Oh, baiting him in. He's under the tower. Matthew, he's gone deep. Stun coming out onto the tree. Hugging the wood. Netherwood is down. That maxed out. It is level 3 on the Netherwood, so don't want to fight into this. This is the strat with the Pugna Netherwood that I saw the other night, that you just go push a tower, you just chuck down the Netherwood, and what is the opposition going to do? It's a maxed out Netherwood. What can the opposition do to that? You can't fight into it. Oh, fool you once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Tiger. And the tip. Oh, yeah. Bit of support there. That Icarus dive was 1 second away, and he gets off there just. Tiger playing with fire. Literally. Netherwood is so good, yeah. So obnoxious, particularly early. I mean, late as well, as abilities become more expensive, you know? And really get the work done. Wraith Pact is so broken? Absolutely. In fact, the question is, who is building Wraith Pact? If someone... here it is. Phoenix, Tiger with the Wraith Pact being built. Who's building it on the side? If you don't build Wraith Pact, you can't win the game. That is... Actually, is no one getting it? There's no Wraith Pack being built. Okay, I'm going to call it. I'm calling it. OG have won. Okay, first game's over. OG take game 1 in this best of 3. Elimination, lower bracket game. And Thunder Predator will have to really bring it back in the second match, where they will be on the elimination edge. Here it comes. Yeah, I mean, Tiger played with fire 3 times. Shackle coming out. Gale Force. Endermoo does get down the Netherwood, but there is the static link. Oh, Yuragi coming through and will help with the cleanup on Pakaz. So that's a 2 for 1. I mean, Tiger is very happy with that. Yeah, you killed the Phoenix. Yeah, you killed the Phoenix, and yeah, that's just it. I'll take a 2 for 1. Yeah, supports building Wraith Pack, absolutely. Amar, stun, coming out. He's getting cookied. He's making it a little bit further away. Matthew does have a snowball if he needs to use it, but that would take him back into the enemy. Dark Mago's here with no arena, with a blink. Still no BKB. Still about 1,000 gold off it. Amar does have his BKB, but he is ready to fight at any point. The reverse suck, there it is. Pandamoo giving the reverse suck into Matthew, giving him all of his essence. Over to Matthew. Sacred, what's he building towards? The shard, of course, blink shard, very strong on the Snapfire, core Snapfire. You want to get that shard as fast as possible. BKB and the Ag. So these core Snapfires have been going down a couple of different paths, and I'm glad I've got a pause here just to talk about it so I can catch up on my thoughts. But you either go the more utility build, blink shard, Ags, BKB. You need the BKB so you can hit the arena with the little shredder. But the Ags is a lot of money to commit, and that's more of a utility team-based item, initiation-based, wanting to support the rest of the team, as opposed to going to, you know, a Desolator or a Daedalus or Silver Edge, something that's a little more damage-orientated, and then getting the little shredder uses attack damage at 20. He might still go that route. In fact, I'll probably guess he will, being a core Snapfire, but it's what items you have when you get to that point. Movement coming out from Sacred and Matthew. Tiger still playing around. Phillystone is online, that's right. Gotta love the Phillies. In fact, let's check the neutral item, see if both teams get Phillies. So, 1 Philly for the side of OG. And Philly for the side of Thunder Predator. So, it's even, it's fair. Phillies are available to both teams. It's a fair match, but if that Phillystone is not used to build a Wraith Pact, as I'm checking through, no Wraith Pact, it's still GG. Scan does come out on the pit, so they know it's being done, but are they going to contest? Seb is, look at this, Seb. Seb is just here. Seb's like, guys, hey, get the Gale Force back in. And Matthew looks like he's going to go down. He's got the full duration link. Amar is going to be yoked right now. 161 bonus damage. Amar's just like, come and get me. Come and get me. Oh, you creeps? You want to die, creeps? Yeah, 161 bonus damage. It's half a rapier, thank you very much. I'm coming through. That Phillystone, I imagine someone's going to be picking it up, right? Not right now. No one's got it in. I mean, I guess it's not fair if you're not using it, right? Thunder Predator not using that Phillystone even to swap in and out while someone's dead. I mean, Matthew, you're dead right now. You could have had a little bit of extra gold. Switch out that Arcane Ring for the Phillystone. Where's the efficiency? Where's Eternal Envy when we need him? Efficiency. We need it right now. Because it's a small misplay. I'm not going to say it's a major choke, but I'm going to say it's a small misplay. I'm sure it won't matter too much. BZM with the Witchblade going for the Ag, going to have that double Resonant Pulse with the Silence, which will really hurt side Thunder Predator if they don't have BKBs, but they are on the way. Oh, there's the Phillystone. Tuska's got it. I'm not convinced with the Walrus Push. Smoke, but OG hold the high ground. I would have thought perhaps Pugner would have been the better candidate for the Phillystone. Oh, look at this, Yuragi's with the Phantasm popped. He's just sitting on this high ground. Jump in, Gale Force, get the stun before the BKB comes out, and down goes Dark Mago. He's out. Cookie's not enough, and 2 will go, and down goes this tier 2 top, opening up the shrine to be taken as well, and the whole top side control for Thunder Predator is just going to be eradicated right now, and it's a 10k net worth lead all of a sudden on the side of OG. and they are controlling the whole top side of the map. And this game, if it wasn't already in the bag from the lack of Wraith Pack purchasing, is looking very strong for OG right now. Psychotic Unicorn. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Psychotic Unicorn, welcome to the stream. G'day and welcome. Hope you enjoy the cast. We're casting OG versus Thunder Predator today. And at the Stockholm Dota 2 Major. Lower bracket elimination, best of 3. Whoever loses this series is going home. OG are looking strong in this match. TP's to the tier 2. Tiger's here just to even perhaps break a smoke sitting in these trees. Quite happy to throw his body with the Supernova ready. Wraith Pack is online. Wraith Pack is online. You get that Wraith Packed off. You get the Supernova and the Wraith Pack. You don't even care if you die in the Supernova. In with the Astral Step. Dissimulate. And he will go down. Dark Mago's in trouble as well. Will be forced to pop a BKB. As Arena... No spear though. Stun to the backline from Seb. Yuragi's going in. Sacred with the cookie, but trying to hit. He gets held up. And the Supernova's going to go off. One hit surviving. Pakaz will be forced to leap away. Amar zoning him out. One hit on the Supernova. Every spell that OG had at their disposal, every single spell to protect that egg. The shackle coming out, the Ether Remnant coming out, everything was used to perfect potential just to keep it alive. I mean, Snapfire committed all of the little shredder hits onto that egg and it wasn't enough. Bottom lane, this blink on Yuragi. Double, triple TPs. They're coming in. Spear into the tower with Chronosphere. They've got the suck. Panda move. Sucking it up. Down goes the Void Spirit. Tiger, no. Egg, he does have an Icarus dive, but Yuragi's gone back in on the Panda move. He is fighting in the trees. He's a fast Skelly Boy. Galvor's blowing him back towards the side of Yuragi. He doesn't know what to do. Stun is coming out, but it will connect. Push back with the stun from the Scatter Blast, but it's just a shackle. It's a two-man shackle. Seb! Hitting, he's got the blink dagger and he gets the two-man shackle. It's a team wipe. This tier 1's falling down. The tier 2 is going to be falling soon as well. And so are the hopes of Thunder Predator in this game 1. Yuragi. I mean, we've got the reverse suck on the side of Thunder Predator this game, but Tiger has equally... If it's the reverse suck, this is the blow. This is the blow. It's going to blow on you. It's gonna blow hot air on you and heal you up. I'm gonna say how good you are. That's what Sunray is. It's really Phoenix just sitting off to the side and saying, "You're amazing. I love you so much, Yuragi. Please carry me through this game." That's what Sunray is. It's just blowing hot air on your carry. That's what it is. Smoke. Patience from OG. Dark Mago, no BKB for 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Stun comes out with the Gale Force, following up. Sunray, stun, oh, Snowball save. But on the back line, Yuragi's in the base. BKB will be cast. Matthew, it's there in front of the base. I mean, it's a 4 dead. And I feel like the GGs are not far from being... Oh, actually, there is no creep wave. There's no creep wave. Here's the creeps, OG. The creeps are here. There's backdoor protection. BZM's got it right. He's saying, get back. Get back. There's no creeps. The creeps are slowly making their way there. Here comes the creeps. And they will end up getting this tier 3 tower, but side of Thunder Predator will be respawning to 21k gold net lead. And here's the hot air again. Yuragi, please, kill the racks for me. You're so amazing. I'm gonna get you ice cream with sprinkles afterwards. Blink in from Sacred, not getting the stun with the shard from that Scatter Blast. Yuragi too quick on the fingers and he will blink away. Tiger actually working towards a Hex. Tiger is going for the sheep stick next. He is not mucking around this game. Tiger is giving absolutely zero fucks and is going straight for Hex. Wraith Packed Hex. This is how you win Dota, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you win games of Dota. Lotus Orb being built on Seb. I mean, he's got that Perseverance, which he's just going to love. getting that mana regen. He's going to be constantly casting that Gale Force, 138. It's quite expensive, Gale Force. In fact, it is the most expensive of Wind Ranger spells, so you certainly want to have some regen. He's got that Arcane Ring to work at the moment. And with the first appearance, he should have no problems going around. Power of the Filler, yes. All stun coming out with the latch. That's the TP down. But on the back line, oh, Yuragi, please don't. It's cruel. It's cruel. Dark Mago died in a millisecond. He is level 20. He does have Reality Rift, Pierce's spell immunity. He didn't even get the chance to get up the BKB. I mean, that's the Void. That's their carry. No BKB yet. He committed to the full Mjolnir. I'm going to say that's questionable. I'm going to say it's GG's called by Matthew. There it is. There's simply nothing they can do to fight against. And game one, as I predicted 15 minutes ago, goes to OG in this best of 3 lower bracket elimination at the Stockholm Dota 2 Major.